Hey everyone! The superhero world is getting a little bit darker this week with the release of Venom, a gritty new action thriller featuring one of the most infamous antiheroes in all of comics, the titular Venom. This ink-like mass of alien goo has been going toe-to-toe with Spider-Man for years, but this is the first time in cinema history that the character has his own solo film. And much like Venom himself, this film is a crazy, fast-paced thrill ride with plenty of action and suspense to keep fans on the edge of their seats. In this film, Tom Hardy stars as Eddie Brock, a veteran investigative reporter specializing in human interest cases. When he discovers that Carlton Drake, a billionaire industrialist and pioneer of space exploration, may be testing his products on humans, Brock sets out to get to the bottom of the case. Of course, there is much more to this case than it seems, and before long, Eddie finds himself bonded with Venom, a symbiotic alien parasite that hitched a ride back to Earth. Now, he must find a way to control Venom's constant desire for mayhem and violence, while also trying to bring down Drake before he can expose even more people to his fiendish plans. While all of the cast does a solid job in this movie, the real standout has to be Tom Hardy. Though we've seen him play crazy, over-the-top characters before in films like Bronson and The Dark Knight Rises, here we get to see his performance truly shine. Since he played both Eddie and provided the voice for Venom, much of the second half of the film is basically a one-man show, with Hardy playing both parts of this darkly hilarious duo. Unlike many of his previous tough guy portrayals, Hardy perfectly captures the mindset of an average guy who's caught up in a situation way beyond his depth, and he's got the right mix of frantic desperation and brief bursts of confidence you'd feel if you suddenly gained superhuman powers. When combined with Venom's morbid wit and casual approach to destruction, you get a supremely entertaining performance that is, without a doubt, the highlight of the film. The other main highlight of the film is likely the action scenes, and more specifically, the sheer variety of them. Unlike many superhero films, which features one basic style of action, here we get everything, from high-octane chase scenes to CGI slugfests, to grim, tense hunting segments that seem as though they were ripped straight out of a horror movie. You also really get to see both Eddie and Venom's growth as a team, watching as the clumsier fight scenes, when the pair first bond, give way to some incredible action choreography that brings to mind a similar film earlier this year, Upgrade. All of the action set pieces are a ton of fun, and each one brings something new to the table that we haven't seen Venom do before. Now, I will admit, this film does have its flaws as well. Sometimes the tone will shift between horrific thriller and a dark comedy, might be a bit fast for some viewers, and you may find yourself occasionally wondering why characters make the decisions that they do. But that isn't nearly enough to take away from Tom Hardy's fantastic performance and the overall spectacle of this very fun film. This is a portrayal of Venom that we really haven't seen outside of the comics before, and it's definitely a fresh take on the character following his rather lackluster portrayal in Spider-Man 3. When backed by a solid performance from the supporting cast and some great action scenes, here's hoping we see a lot more of Venom in the future. So be sure to check out Venom when it's released to theaters worldwide tomorrow, October 5th. That's all from us here at Sneak Peek. Now back to our hosts.